Hey guys, another update video here. So this new strategy, I'm concentrating now on the range charts, the scalping kind of strategy that this is starting to move towards. And I'm doing that because of the emails that I've been getting. Guys are looking to make 20 pips a day. You know, I can't count how many guys said, look, if I can just make 20 pips a day, I'll be happy. And that's great. And I say that not because of the number 20, but because there is a number. So that means you've put some thought into, a bit of a trading plan. You might not have a strategy yet, but you're starting to build a trading plan and say, look, if I can target 20 for the day and then shut it down, then that's great. That's certainly a step forward. So hopefully this strategy will add to that trading plan. And so far so good. I mean, I'm liking what I'm seeing, and I'm going to finish out this week. Certainly, doing what I'm doing is reviewing it live, as the trades set up. And I just want to show you the trades that did set up for today. So I've marked off on the chart. You'll see this big red horizontal line, pardon me, vertical line, and that's the start of my day essentially, based on this chart. And then here's the end. Okay, so let's say 2 in the morning till noon to 1 p.m. is kind of what I consider my day, which is that meat of the London to New York overlap. So it's important to be trading within those boundaries, trading this strategy. So I've marked those off. Now the first trade, the first entry was right here. The open of this candle. Make that another color, arrow properties. Make it red. Okay, so this was the entry. And again, we're looking to make 10 or lose 10. And in this case, our entry was 50. And we could have gotten 15, 16, let's say, minus the spread. So we could have got our 10 easily. So great, good trade. The next trade was another long. And it was the open of this candle here. Put another arrow. Okay, and that we wouldn't have got our 10 pips, because with the spread the max we could have got was I think 11. So take the spread into account, we would have been stopped out. Now on this one, I've toyed with the idea of putting my stop to break even, and because it's such a small range, you're looking just to make 10. I've thought about it, and this is kind of a perfect setup, and I'll blow this up to show you what I mean. So we got long on this candle, and it went up and came very close to our target. Came back down to our entry, and then went back up again. So that's twice it had a sniff of our target. So the first time it retraced, went back up, and at this point I would probably move my stop to break even. Because if it doesn't happen on the second shot, then I don't want to play around. I'd rather take a flat trade. And if it goes up, fine, but I'd rather have a flat trade. And this is the kind of case where I might do that. But for argument's sake, we need to say this was a loser. Okay, and this was a winner. But just to give you a fair idea of kind of how I'm thinking, that might have been a flat, but we'll call it a loser for argument's sake. Now the next trade happened. There it is. Right here. Oops. Short on this candle here. Okay. So naturally our 10 pips was gotten pretty easy. Really no drawdown. Nice entry. and another winner. Not too long after that, we had another short entry. On this candle here. Wait a minute. Yeah. Sorry about that. On this candle here, again, 10 pips, pretty easy. And really no heat against us. So another winner. Another check mark. Now, for you guys looking for 20 pips, there's your 20 pips. I mean, these two cancel each other out. We had a winner and a loser, so we're net for the day. And then two winners in a row. At that point, if you're following your trading plan, you're flat. Or you're done for the day, pardon me, with your 20 pips. So, that's great. That's why I was trying to explain that, that having a target for especially a scalper like this is a great thing, a daily target. Okay, so once you hit that, shut it down for the day. You might be able to trade other strategies if that's in your plan, that's fine, but for this one, it's done. Now, the next trade that came up, and I'm just showing you the trades that happened, whether they won or lost, makes no difference. Just to show you which ones happened and when. 1843. And that one happened here. So we had a long entry here on this candle here. So again, easy to get our 10 pips, and we had 2 or 3 pips drawdown. So again, great entry. Give it another up arrow and a check mark. So that's another winner, and that was it for the number of trades. Okay, so and here's basically where I'm stopping. So if there's a trade that happened here, I wouldn't be taking it personally. I wouldn't be taking it just because that's my time, and I like to stick. That's part of my plan, is only trade between those times. So if something happens here, it doesn't matter. It's not in the plan. So there, let's minimize this. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades entirely today. 4 winners and 1 loser. So, your 20 pips would have been got. Pretty simple. It's a nice little strategy. The stochastics that I've added seems to be helping, and we'll see how it pans out the rest of the week with the stochastics. But that does add to the what am I trying to say? It does add to the success rate. The hit rate keeps us in winners and helps us to stay away from losers. So that is a very cool strategy, and I guess that's it for my update for today, guys. And I'll do the same tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday, and I'll do another one on Friday. And the Q&A Friday, guys, it might be a little earlier than normal, or I might miss it altogether. It depends. I don't know my schedule for Friday, but I know it's going to be busy, but if I can squeeze it in, great. So send me them questions anyways, if you have any, and I'll put together the quick Q&A, hopefully, on Friday. Might be early morning, but I'd like to do it if you guys have any questions. So that's it, guys. Keep an eye on the blog, and we'll talk to you soon.